We told you before that the Falcons were actually the hottest team in the NFL. We told you before that this was a perfect matchup. That in addition to having a rash of injuries, Devontae Adams injured, Jordy Nelson injured. In addition to those things, the Falcons were at home against the type of matchup against the weak defensive backfield, cornerbacks especially, of the Green Bay Packers. You have the best wide receiver in football, or in the conversation of best wide receiver in football. You have a good running game. You have other pass threats. Like, this felt like an absolute lock. And in addition to that, the Packers' first drive stalls. They kick a field goal and miss it. Then they come back, and their second drive ends in a fumble. Could have very easily ended in a fumble. They dropped several. Should have very easily ended in a touchdown. They dropped a couple interceptions. Their only chance to get back in the game was to create turnovers. They couldn't seem to do it. A couple 50-50 penalties didn't go their way. But, look, I'm not saying this to take anything away from the Falcons. Let's just paint an accurate picture of it. They were better, and then everything worked out in their favor. You can tell me that because they got to stop defensively, that's why the Packers missed a field goal, but that's a bunch of bull. The Packers just missed a field goal. Falcons fell on a fumble on the jet sweep. There were several times when the Falcons put the ball on the turf, and they just managed to come up with it. So you can go with this BS fanboy line, hey, man, players make plays, and the better teams make things happen. Okay, but they had some things kind of go their way. And they're probably the better team. It was a good matchup for them. And once you get up 17-0, that allows Vic Beasley and the pass rush to just pin their ears back, and they put some pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And it's really, really hard to continue to carry a team. That game worked out as predicted. And happy for Matt Ryan, it's like, if you just think now Matt Ryan is good, you haven't been paying attention the whole season. That's been Matt Ryan the entire season. He's been that good. I tend to agree with Aaron Rodgers, the idea of rebuilding. We know where they need the fixes need to be for the most part on the defense. I'm still not convinced that they have a good enough wide receiver. Like, Jordy is good. Will he ever be back to being a number one wide receiver that allows Devontae and Randall Cobb to be number twos and number threes? And they seem to find a good thing in Ty Montgomery in the running game. When they get fully healthy next year, other than additions in their defensive backfield, they got to put pressure on the passer. But I don't think it's a scrap 'em. I think, look, they had massive wholesale injuries, turned the thing around, and made it to the NFC Championship game and got beaten by a better team and a quality matchup for them in their last home game in the Georgia Dome.